Hello everybody and welcome back to Coronation Bleak. Honestly, man, why have they decided this is the direction to go? Once again, I don't want to be that guy constantly doomsaying about Coronation Street, but there's really just not much to praise. At the end of the day, there's not much to praise right now about Coronation Street. And it's disappointing to say, but this is, to me, it's getting nearly as bleak as how it was in 2020, where they had to slow down the storylines so nothing happened for months at a time. More agonizing hours of Jeff and Yasmin, or more hours of Leanne Battersby yelling at literally everyone for weeks and weeks at an end. And I mean, this week's it's been a slightly different one. But this week's been heavily depicted with everybody battling cancer, which, you know, it is a very common thing that happens. But bloody hell. So this week, I believe we got the return of Julie Carp, Eileen's sister, who reappeared. I believe she returned in February, and I believe she returned this week, or it may have been last week. And so I was like, okay, cool. You know, here we go. This is a fun little time. Julie fit right back in. She had great chemistry with Todd, had good chemistry with George, and had some good scenes with Eileen. It's when you bring back characters who used to be there, you can tell that there's a distinction of class that they just have, like, in spades. At the end of the day, it's just fully in spades. And Julie has that class. She has that old-timey Coronation Street. She has that old-timey Coronation Street charm in a way. Slightly eccentric, kind of like what Mary should be if Mary was a better and more well-written character, rather than just being, bloody hell. I remember in the 90s when mother would go to the ball, but she would leave me at home. Bloody hell. I like Mary. I don't know why I'm giving her abuse, but, you know, also, yes, look at this ridiculous spot on my chin. Chin. I'm like Leafy, hiding the chin. That's our old reference. But you bring her back. She fits right back in. And we didn't know what the secret was. But in the end, the secret has been revealed to be Julie has cancer and it's terminal and she doesn't know how long she has left. Which is like, all right, sound. That we're just killing off characters then now, are we? We're just killing off old-timey characters. Like, yeah, sure, I guess there's a natural time, but fuck's sake. Whoa. Like, the amount of long-standing characters that are now just getting killed off is kind of bizarre, you know. Obviously, Debbie's not going yet, but she will eventually. Julie fit right back into the show, and now suddenly her time is, she's on borrowed time, which is great. And it's exposed, and she doesn't want to tell Eileen because she doesn't want to become a burden. And Todd and George want to support her dramatically. So that is the secret, you know. Maybe, I mean, Kate Brooks said it's all about subverting expectations. We've not actually seen her at the doctors or anything, but fundamentally it seems like there's no reason she'd be lying about this. And then we also get the final demise of Cassie. Cassie, who has been drugging Ken for months and has been annoying all of the fans as she keeps giving people shit nicknames. Tell me any times... Obviously, I know it's intentionally annoying and it is frustrating, so she is doing a good job of it. But, you know, I never want to hear Ken be called Kenny ever again. He's not a Kenny. He's a Ken. He's barely a Ken. He's more like a I don't know, a really, really poncy name. He's like a Maxwell Barlow. Doesn't fit. He's not a Kenny. He's not a Kenny at all. You have to have a certain bravado for Kenny. Ken does not fit the bill. Or the Barlow. And I never want to hear Steve McDonald be called Stevie Mac. Oh, Stevie Mac. Stop it. Stop it right now. Please, for the love of God, stop it. And she was finally thrown out on her ass. Tracy grabbed her by the hair, called her a bitch, and said, at the end of the day, garbage will always take its way out, or find a way to take itself out, something like that. Which was a great line. But then they draw for sympathy. They're like, oh no, poor Cassie, what's she gotta do? I don't know, fuck off maybe. Just leave. Just leave. It's like, oh, we have this really interesting idea for Tyrone's mum. I wonder if they're going to be really big importance with Tyrone's life and just change it. Nah, not really, lol. See, okay. I don't like Cassie whatsoever, and maybe that's a sign of her doing a good job. But I am, for one, just very glad that this is over. Well, at least hope so. But even then, she goes to get heard out. Oh, Ken, I didn't want to do this to you. I'm sorry. Well, you fucking still did it, didn't you? Why'd you do it? I wanted the money. Yeah, all right, that shows you're trustworthy. But it did hurt me. It did hurt me to drug you and make you think you were losing your mind and make you think you nearly died. But I'm sorry because I just viewed you as an ATM. So great, yeah. That rationale's really landing for me. And then we get Kev. We get Kevin Webster. He had his testicle removed in a bout of testicular cancer. And it's revealed that Kev's cancer has spread to the lymph nodes. It's not going away. So now Kev is having to go. He's going to have to undergo chemotherapy. And, you know, for the most part, Kevin has been somewhat handling it kind of surprisingly well. He's been joking about it, but at this point he's reasonably insecure and feeling a bit vulnerable. And well, Abby's a bit kind of wayward in a sense, and she's trying to be there, but ultimately he's not really talking about the issue, and she's not really talking about the issue. So he's just fed up. He's fed up of everything. He would like, I don't know, he's feeling less of a man. Which, you know, with an operation like that, fair enough. You know, fair enough. Doesn't make him any less of a man. A man is who you make it. And it's just a... But it's still bleak as well, because now Kev yells at Tim for making a joke, which is a stupid joke at the best of times. It's a shitball joke again. And throws a mug away, and at the end of the day, he just freaks out at him, and it's like, okay, great. And then now Kev is getting angry at Abby because he feels like she's choosing Ronnie over him, and she's like, you know, she doesn't want to. He's feeling emasculated, which is fair enough. But for a week of episodes, what are you doing, lads? It is just bleak. It's just bleak. Where's the joy? You're supposed to have the good with the bad, but we're only seeing the bad and we're not seeing the good. And the final bit, I guess, is we see who JJ Osborne is in Coronation Street. Ryan Mulvey, who played the abuser in Hollyoaks, the abuser of his twin sister. He is now in Coronation Street, and he has been introduced as Brody. He looks, talks, and acts very similar to JJ. He does, admittedly. He very much does. But still an interesting one to see. I look forward to seeing what Brody does. I look forward to seeing what Brody does as a character. He's kind of because Dylan got sent to the STU. I don't remember what this is actually called. Basically the behavioral unit. So now he's got to stay there. That's where Max and Gavin went. So it's kind of just the recycling bin, really, of raw, dodgy people who did crimes. And now basically he's trying to get him to like even out. He's trying to get him to break the thing. It's kind of similar in a way to Gavin Max, where Gavin was really like, he was initially quite standoffish, but then went, no, I'll help you out. You know, people aren't going to mess with me. But probably less funny. But it was cool to see the character, and it's cool to see him in a different direction. I do look forward to seeing, hopefully we see who the fuck Brody is and what he's up to. Will he be Mick and Lou's kid? Probably not, if I had to guess. But I'm just trying to place like how exactly he'll be on the show without a family, being like fairly young. But, you know, maybe one will be established. I don't know. But yeah, and Daisy is continuing to lie to Daniel about the baby, because basically Jenny's gaslit her into saying it will solve all our problems, right? It will solve all of our problems. Oh, hey, we've solved the problem, but Jenny, you're not going to be on the deeds of this place. And then Jenny's like, how fucking dare you? How dare you take me off the deeds, despite the fact we bought this place with stolen money, and I'm not doing anything to help pay for this place whatsoever. I'm sorry, Jenny. Are you upset? Like I do wonder when it's all going to come out. I guess it won't come out for a while till she leaves, and then it's all revealed, and suddenly she leaves and decides to choose herself and the baby rather than her and Kit or her and Daniel, and it's all messy. And then Bethany will come back, and then him and Daisy will get back together, be like, oh, bloody hell, I always loved you, Bethany. You were always the one for me, weren't you? But yeah, sound. Turn the other cheek, Daniel. But yeah, it's just not been a good week at Coronation Street at the end of the day. It's just not. It's not really been the biggest thing of the week. That was the most exciting part, was just Tracy saying, you know, fun thing is that the trash always finds a way to take itself out, which is like, hey, just very funny. And yeah, there we are. That's it. Welcome to Coronation, Bleak. Will you be continuing your stay? Hopefully not. Hopefully we will not be continuing this stay. Thank you very much. No, thank you. But yeah, what did you think of this week, Coronation Street? Are you tired like me of shitting on it at this point? It's not even a fun thing anymore. You know when something's like laughably bad, and you get to really kind of feast on how bad it is. This isn't even laughably bad. It's just not good at the end of the day. And I desperately hope that we do get an uptake of form in the show, because I love Coronation Street at the core. I do love the show. I don't want it to be bad, but if it's bad, I can't help but say that I'm not going to say it's good when it's not. So yeah, there we are. Tell me what you think in the comment section. I've been Ash from Watching Walford. Thank you for watching. At least it was a release on Thursday, so I can just chill tomorrow and not have to watch the show. Yay! Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.